Okay, so welcome to this training on ODesk. I have articles on ODesk on this site. I have a video already about ODesk on the site, but I thought this would be a good, those are a little older, and I thought this would be a good time to add a training, an actual video demo training. So here we are on ODesk. We're at the home page. There are some tabs up here which, home, my jobs, manage work, payments, but I don't show all of this because there is some personal information right next to it as well. So, but you get the idea that we're on the home page, and I have a small project I'm doing right now, so I decided to show you like a small subsection of one of my projects and how I built the team. And here's my team for the project, and I have 3 people for that team. So how I found them was I went to my jobs and I just put post a job. And what comes up here is they need a little information. So for the job title, if someone's building links for me, I just put link builder. And if someone's blogging for me, I just put blogger, and so on and so forth. And category, most of the stuff we're going to be dealing with is sales and marketing. Subcategory, okay, well, let's just say we're going to do we need somebody for some social media marketing. We need someone to help us with our social media. And then in here, these are literally skills of which softwares these people would be proficient in. So let's, even if we press one letter, we get a bunch of stuff here. Here's Linux, and whatever you'd like them to be efficient in and have background in, WordPress if you need a website. Anyway, you get the idea. And then here, you're just going to put your description about exactly what you're looking for them to do for you, how many hours it might be, or is it a paid project, a fixed price for a paid project, or if it is hourly, how long will the project last, and so on. And then you would press post this job, which I am not going to do for the fact that you do get a lot of responses and quick. And it's really great, though, because then you have a lot to go through. So let's go back to home, and I'm going to show you then, basically, this is what we would be seeing in this spot right here if we posted a job. So let's say I posted a job and it was link building social media, which is basically what we just did in our sample, and we would start to see these pop up on the left hand, and then if we wanted to see who the applicant was, we would press job here and it would go to a profile of them. So let's look at one of my workers' profiles, though, and we'll click on this here, and we could view profile. Okay, and then this is what you would see if you clicked on that job. You would see, how much experience they had, the stars they're getting from people. What are the, what are the testimonials here? What else? Here, resume, work history, and then there's tests that they take to see how well they speak English. So if you want them actually writing for you, doing essays, what I do is have people write things, and then I edit them, and I give it back to them. But again, it cuts my work down tremendously. That I don't have to write the articles. And if you find someone that writes pretty well, with just some few edits, you can get a lot of work done. So, excuse me. I might be coming down with something here. So, let us go back now to the team page. Okay, so where this is now, this is basically, I clicked on my team, I clicked on him, I looked at my profile here with him, and then I can send him a message if I have something to tell him. I could change his hourly wage. I can give him I change his hours, how much or less. And then here is, so for this project here, this is a smaller project. So last week he worked 25 hours. Now this week is just today, so he hasn't worked anything. But we would just click on this, and this takes us right to a page which shows us all our employees, our whole team, and how much we spent. So for this particular project, I spent $224 this week. Tells you all the hours, what they did, and then every time they log in, they have to show you the hours and what they were doing. Now, it also gets a little more advanced than that, which I'll show you in a minute. But you get the idea here. So this is showing you all the different charts about what you paid. Now here's something here, view work diary. So this is why I like ODesk. It's really it's really why I use them so much, because I can really see what someone's doing. Now what this is that randomly, this is his work diary from July 4th. You could see he's not celebrating the 4th of July. And this shows every 10 minutes what's going on his screen. So if he's checking his own email, if he's chatting with his own friends, whatever, if he's doing anything else, about every 10 minutes, but again it's staggered, there's going to be a shot of his screen. As you can see here, 11:47:03, 11:59. He never knows when it's going to happen. So the bottom line is most of these people are good workers, but you will find people who they say a lot of stuff and they don't produce. And this doesn't necessarily mean nothing's going on. Sometimes the work they're doing is offline, but then I'll discuss that with them, and we'll talk about these. But here, this is a pretty full chart, and this is showing that he's typing. All this green is showing there's a lot of activity, keyboard activity. So he's working hard. He's building a link wheel right now for me. So I can check on any one of these also, and really look at what's going on and what was happening on the screen at any given moment. So that's that's ODesk, and you can find work at a very reasonable price. And some people give me some problems about that, but again, like I say all the time, is I can really help somebody. If my business or a certain project does well, I give a big bonus, or I can give a healthy raise because the business is starting to pick up. But when you're just starting out, you can get employees, for $2. I have a link builder right now for $150, and all the way up to $20 and $30 and $50. But you can find some really good help for just a few dollars an hour. And you are going to have people that don't work out, and just like any job, you're going to have people that do well for a while and they peter out, and you got to manage these people. You got to manage whoever your team is in whatever project. You got to be very clear with all of them. You got to have a lot of diagrams. You got to know what you're doing before you can outsource. So outsourcing, it's once you get trained in what you want to do and you know what you're doing, then this is great. And again, you don't have to know everything. So particularly like with link building, I didn't know everything about link building, but I knew enough to tell people or know when they were doing the right work. So that's basically it. And you verify your credit card, and then after the credit card is verified, they take out a certain amount. So here it tells me a payment of $155 has been applied to your financial account. So that was last week. They took it out. Every Monday is the end of the work week, and then by Thursday you have to settle any disputes if you had any, and then they take it out every Thursday. So that's ODesk, and I'm going to stop there because I think that gives you a really good overview of what I've talked about in the articles and videos in the past. So I'll see you in the next training.